Good morning, everyone. Thanks for joining me for another Wednesday video. I'm Marg from Creative Stamping with Marg. I'm an independent Stampin' Up! Demonstrator from St. Albert, Alberta. Today we are going to make a card that I watched Patty Bennett make. She calls it a peekaboo punch card. I have made them before, but I'm going to be using celebratory sips and the Cheers and Sips bundle. So the same bundle that we used last week for this card and the other version, the other color that we made. I have lots of Stampin' Up! News on my desk, so it's a very busy season. So let's go down to my desk and I'll share with you. All right. Okay. There we go. There's my desktop. All right, you can see right in the very top a Christmas idea. This is the new paper pumpkin kit that you can subscribe to by October the 10th. It's called Cozy Christmas, and as you can see, it definitely is a Christmas one. It says, share the magic of a classic Christmas. These timeless cards feature cozy, flocked details that add a homespun holiday touch. So you can see there's die cuts, the word there, and this is a new bunch of paper pumpkins. So the next three kits, October, November, and December, all will be using these dies. These are called the Abundant Joy dies. And it looks like a tag, some leaves, a flower, and the word joy. So I'm assuming that's what goes with this one. So for the next 3 months, these will be the dies that are the add-on dies. All right, this one also comes in a special box. It is 9 cards, 3 each of 3 designs, and coordinating envelopes, of course. And it says there's going to be shiny red sequin embellishments, the coordinating colors, your classic ink spot, I think, is real red for this one. All right. So that's by October the 10th, if you're wanting that Christmas one. Okay, so that's Paper Pumpkin. Next, we have a new sale's been announced. So this is only September the 18th for 24 hours. Stamps and stamp tools, 15% off. I'm not exactly sure, and I've looked on all the information I've gotten so far, and I don't really see what they mean by stamp tools. So I see they're showing the blocks, so I'm assuming maybe the blocks are also on sale. So that's, if you're looking at some stamps, this would be the time to order those. Okay, just September 18th for 24 hours. Okay, next, this just came out, an Advent calendar. So this Stampin' Up! Is putting this out, and it's 12 days of crafting, it says. There's what the box looks like closed. That's what it looks like open. So you can see there's 12 doors to open, like a regular Advent calendar. I'll bring it a little bit closer. And it comes with a stamp set. So it's actually 2 sheets. One was images and one was words. I don't know what the words are, but it says it's all occasion, can be used all year. So it's not just Christmas things. And looks like a lot of fun. I think that's the first time they've ever done anything like this that I know of. It is, the number for the Advent calendar is 167335. The price is $136. But like I say, they said it's paper, embellishments, add-on things. So I'm not exactly sure what would be in each door. I'm looking at the size of the doors. Like this one, number 2, looks quite big. So I'm not sure what would be in there. If you're interested, I've got you can screenshot that if you want. I've got that's to shop with me there. Or you can just go to my store, margaretgorn.stampinup.net, and you'll see it there. So that is something brand new that was just announced on Tuesday. There's all kinds of news. Oh my goodness. Okay, so let's get to our card. I did say we are using Cheers and Sips again. And I am using this sheet of paper. Well, I can show you here out of the package. It's got all the, I'm going to say, fruits and and add on things that you would put in your seasonal drinks. Okay, so this piece of DSP is 4 by 12. So this is another one that you're going to see both sides of your DSP, and it uses the full 12-inch width. Now, this particular paper, of course, does sort of have a direction. I know I cut it the first time, and I cut it and folded it, and then I went, oh, I think it's upside down, because that looks upside down to me. So I redid it, and I'm going to do it this way. So you're going to put it in your paper trimmer like this, or your scoreboard, and you're going to score at 5.5. And I turned it around, and I scored this at 1. Let me just see, 5.5 and 1.25. No, sorry, 1.5. Now, I'll show you a different way to do this if you didn't want to use the full 12-inch, if you just wanted to use the 10.5. But this is the way I decided to do it. I'm not cutting any more paper off. So the paper, this piece of paper is actually going to be folded inside. Isn't this inside very interesting? This is Secret C. Okay, so that's the front of our card. You're also going to need a piece of cardstock, 5.5 by 4.25, and I have chosen Secret C for that. And obviously that'll be glued right like that. You need a piece of white for the inside, and I am using the textured note dies because they're my favorite, but this rectangle is 3.25 by 4.75 to fit in the inside. I have chosen this punch, Modern Oval Punch, today. That's what we're going to use, and I'll show you how this works. I've cut some pieces out of the Designer Series paper, and you'll see what we're going to do with them. So you can choose anything you like. I've also brought in some Wink of Stella and some of the flat pearls to use. These are the in colors. So we'll just put those up there. Okay, and our ink is Secret C, and I haven't stamped yet because I want to show you how we're going to do this. All right, so first things first, I'll put this all to the side. We want to have a hole in the front of our card. So I'm going to use the punch. Now you can do it different ways. Obviously your punch only goes so far. So this is the front of my card. If I wanted my greeting to go that way, but it only goes in that far. Okay, or if you want it to go this way, which is the way I'm going to do it, I'm putting it fairly close to the left, like the fold. And the reason being, I am going to leave this folded in. So when I punch, I don't want the opening to show this. I only want it to show my white paper, if that makes any sense. My white paper is going to be in here like this. So I want my greeting or my opening to be here. So that's what I'm going to do. I'm just taking my front like this, and I'm putting this down as far as it goes. And I'm looking at this side where the fold is, you can see, and I'm trying to make it even. And I'm just going to punch this out. Okay, and of course I'm going to keep that piece of paper. I'm sure I can use that for something else. Okay, so it looks like this. So now you see what I mean. You can't see this piece. You're only going to see the white when I get it put in here. All right, and when we put our white in, you do have to be careful because I don't want to see that stitching, but I think I can center it. Pretty much center it like that, and it should be fine. Okay, so first things first, I think I'm going to glue this flap down. The other idea, before I glue it down, is putting your white in and having this way. And if you cut a little piece out of here and you just glued the top and bottom, you could put a gift card in there. So it could be a gift card holder if you wanted it to be, but I'm going to glue my flap down today. It's not going to be a gift card holder. So I'm just using my Tombow glue. I'm going to glue that down. And of course I've already, burnished these, but I'll do them again. Okay. Okay. Just like that. And I am going to glue this right down. I'm not going to glue this right down. I'm going to position it in here just like that. And I will use just a tiny little bit of seal just to hold it in place. So I just want just a little tiny bit of seal there, just to hold it when I stamp on it, because I am stamping right through the window kind of thing. Okay, just trying to make this straight. It's not looking straight to my eye here. Okay, and I'm just going to push it down where I had it there. Okay, and we can remove that and glue it down properly at the end. So I am going to use the word cheers in the inside window. And what I thought I would do, I'm going to take this off here so you can see this. I thought I would put cheers here, just like that. And I cut out this little glass. I thought it was kind of cute. And I also put Wink of Stella on the glass. I don't know if you can see it or not, if the camera shows it, but I just put it on the glass. And I just thought, whoops, I would just tuck that in there like that. So it would be beside here. I'm going to put this bigger glass, which I've also used Wink of Stella on the glass, and I'm going to put it here. So I think I want that up a bit more. So I want my greeting up close to the top and over to the right. So I think I will go ahead and stamp that. I'm going to move all of this out of the way, and I'm leaving this closed so that I can see exactly where I want it. Yeah, I just stuck my finger into that ink pad. All right. So ink up our stamp here. And I'm just going to put it right about there. So that's the easiest way to do that. Perfect. Get rid of this so I don't stick my finger in it. So I'm not going to do any more stamping. That's all the stamping that's going to happen in this card. All right, so now what you can do is you just turn this and pull it off so you don't rip anything. Now I'll go ahead and put the glue on it. So you can see how quick and easy this card is to put together. And we know we're in the right place because I had it in here. And if you're really worried about that, you can always mark your corners or something so you know, but let's close that. Looks perfect. All right. I am going to glue this in now. And there's so many pieces that you can cut out of this paper. So many little glasses or pitchers or bottles or whatever. So cute. Now, I want this to sort of show through the window when somebody gets the card. So it's going to look like that. That's perfect. And that was all joined together, that glass and the little greenery and the lemons. So I just fussy cut that. Now this, I have this here. It looked a little bare, so I've cut out a lemon and a lime out of this paper. There's the lemon, there's the lime, and I thought I would just add them on here. And I didn't know if I wanted to split this. You can use your snips and just put a little slit in this, and you can put it over the glass like that. I kind of like that. So I would just put a little bit of glue on this to make it stick here when I do this. So I just put a little glue on there, and then I'm going to also attach this lemon. And I'm just putting the lemon just on top of the orange right there. Just makes it look really festive. And then I thought I would add it here. Now again, I'm going to let that dry a little bit. I like to round my glasses just to make them look like a real glass. So I just take a pencil and lightly round it like that. And then I think I'll put it up on dimensionals. I did lay this out, this Wink of Stella, to remind me to tell you that I did do Wink of Stella on both of the glasses. Just adds a little something. Your recipient might not notice it, but they might. All right, so I just want to put a couple of dimensional. So I'm going to put, sorry, I'm not really in your screen here. Put one on the bottom, and then I want to put one over here by the lemons. Like that. And I just, because I don't want it to show through the window. Yep, that looks good. Just like that. And I'm just going to put it through. Just like that. And then when you open it, you won't see any dimensionals on there. All right, so let's get this glued onto our base. And that is as easy as that card is. So simple. So again, using a 4 by 12 piece of paper with the folded piece turned in there. And again, if you didn't want that folded piece there, you could cut it off and you don't have to use it. So then your piece would be 4 by 10.5. So there's our card. Just like that. That cute. Love it. Stands up nicely because you know I'm a fan of that. And I will show you another one that I made with that celebration paper that we had and the glimmer paper that we had that was on the last chance list. It's now gone, I think. So this one, I used an oval punch. And for this one, this piece of Designer Series paper was 4 by 10.5. So I cut off that 1.5 inches, but I added it here. I cut it off the end here and I added it here. So you can do lots of different things with it. And this one, just I stamped in the window and I put some extra things on it. Oh, I forgot my embellishments for this card. I said I had them and here they are and I'm not using them. So let's add some. And I was thinking I would use the Secret C on here, being that that's the card base, but now I just don't know. I kind of like, kind of like the yellow. What do you guys think? Or the orange? Wonder. I'm just going to take one off and just have a look at it. This is a really good way to do it. Yeah, I think that's too dark. I don't like that. So I think I will use the Timid Tiger. Being that our drink is sort of an orange color and there's orange all over here. Just decide where I want to put them. There's 3 sizes of these, so that's always fun. And I will put another one there. There we go. All right, there's our embellishments. Okay, that looks better. So there's our card. Opens like this. And this one, same idea. Opens like this. So they look a little bit different on the inside. So, and again, like I said, there's a third way to do it. Use this folded piece as a gift card holder. So that would work too. All right, that's our easy cards today. I hope everybody enjoyed that and all of the extra news. Make sure you're checking on the online exclusives. There's still some things in the online exclusives. And always check in with me, Creative Stamping with Marg, because I try to keep up to date on all of the goings on with Stampin' Up. So remember that there's all these things happening right now. Okay, and catalogs, of course, I have the mini catalog now. If anybody needs one and you don't have a demonstrator, you can contact me and I'll get that to you. Also, I still have my September card kit on the go here. So these are the cards. 4 cards, 4 envelopes, all the pieces, all the ribbons, all the embellishments, everything would be cut and scored and embossed for you. I cannot do the stamping. In my PDF, I do include what stamp sets I've used if you're interested in using the same as me. Otherwise, you can use whatever stamps you have at home. All right, so you can contact me for This card kit is $15 if you're in my area to pick up. If I'm mailing it anywhere in Canada, I add an extra $5. All right, there you go. Okay, hope everybody has a great week and gets a chance to do some crafting and maybe do some ordering on the 18th. I've got to get a list made, I think, for any of the stamp sets that I want, because I'm thinking now's the time to order if they're 15% off. All right, hope everyone has a good week.